What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Comman-Dads. I'm Tim. We got Corey to my left, Tone down south. He
Pause.
woke up a little late today. He needed a nap. Working nights, tough on you there, huh?
I'm tired,
dude. I get it. The schedule gets crazy when you're doing content and working full time. We all three, I'm sure, can. I'll be involved in that thought process.
Be in 3 areas and tell y'all are in 3 areas. I don't want to hear it. Y'all got 2 areas. Well, 4 technically. I got 4. Y'all got 3.
Being a dad.
Yeah. I got a radio gig that I do every week, so I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can almost count it as 3 because I do more than just Commanders too. I do the other games.
Yeah.
That are 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours of content. But nonetheless, it's still a lot, so I get it. What up, Big Sean? How are you? And what up, Daniel? How's it going, everybody in the chat? Got started a little late, but that's all right. How's this week in Dadland for you guys?
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's
it. I'm just drained.
Yeah, the doctor's Jim Bob had a doctor's appointment. He's 16.7 pounds, I think it was. And then
I'm sorry.
Almost.
He's a biggin, bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
and then
he's big as TJ almost.
He's still like 86th percentile with head size. His weight was actually only a little bit high, like 65th percentile. Because his cousin was born 5 days before, and she's already over 17 pounds. So she's a big girl. But nonetheless, he's doing good. All the sicknesses are past. How about you? Is it COVID all past?
Yeah, we're hoping.
Zane?
Zane's back at daycare. We went
Yeah.
back yesterday.
Yay.
His father couldn't take him Monday. Wonder why. But it's all good.
Fair. What up, Eric? What up, DRG? And TJ's all good?
TJ's doing great.
Great. Perfect.
Birthday party time coming up soon.
The birthday is
October.
Are you going to dress up as an astronaut, Tone?
Yes, he has an astronaut suit.
No. I didn't ask him. Are you?
I'm not putting up. No.
Oh, come on. You got to.
I'm not putting no suit on.
Like
I got some space themed stuff.
Houston, we got a big old problem here. The ops have landed. Mission Control, the ops have landed.
All right, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next week. Hello. Bye. Then I'm like, hello. And
alrighty.
We'll call back. Hello, bye.
Okay. Bye.
So I'm starting a new section here. I don't know if you saw this tech because you came in, but memes of the week. I had to bring this up, and I had to find a way to bring this up. It's so funny. One of our Philadelphia fans in the chat in the Discord shared a headline in Philadelphia media. Jahan Dotson allegedly played in week 2. Jahan Dotson 2 games, 1 catch, 6 yards.
I ran a lot of cardio. Is that what Jahan did?
Yeah, I ran a lot of cardio today. Oh, that's too funny. And then Corey had one with Shannon.
Yeah, oh gosh, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but so they were on First Take, I guess this morning or day before, whatever, and it was Screaming A. Smith, Dominic Foxworth, and
Screaming A. Smith is crazy.
Old Shea Pill Sharp over there too. So they were talking about
Michelle Sharp.
Yeah, O'Shea Sharp. Yeah, he gets to the point apparently, but he was talking about being a tight end. He said he probably could get back into shape and everything. He said, I don't know how well my hips are or anything like that. And Dominique Foxworth slips in there and said, we know your hips are doing well.
I'm a she.
That is That is
That's all he had to say. All he said, "That's my Michelle."
Mm-hmm. Not Michelle Beadle. That's what she said. Not Michelle.
As long as he ain't say that's my Michael, I was like, "Whoa, time out, pause."
He wasn't pausing on that video, apparently.
like, dude, man. That is quite the embarrassment from Shannon Sharp. I'm shocked he has a job.
He
I
admitted
really
it.
am.
Honesty. Yeah, honesty best part. And nobody saw anything. All you saw was the floor.
Yeah, I saw the floor. All you heard was noises.
Yep.
They could have faked those noises.
Yeah.
True. All right. Well, it's still, I don't know. Good for him. I'm glad he still has a job. But I mean, I guess like he's already done weird stuff. So I guess it's not actually that shocking. Because didn't he have it with like Chad Johnson and was it Dion that he was talking about sex and whatnot on it?
On their
Like on their
podcast.
on their podcast. So I guess he already
Yeah.
does weird stuff on his own platform. So I guess it's not that. I guess as long as he doesn't do it on ESPN, or Fox, whatever.
And him and I think like Gil had like a podcast. It was like him and Shannon Sharp like in the club one time. They did some weird. I don't know.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay.
Now with
Gil's
Diddy,
weird too.
them Diddy NDAs.
All right, let's talk football.
It's like I don't want to talk about Diddy right now.
Yeah.
No Diddy today.
No.
No Diddy.
All right, we'll head into the Commanders here. So quick roster update as far as what I see. They signed 3 different guys to the practice squad, and then one got picked up apparently by Dallas. Carlos Watkins, the defensive end, picked him to the practice squad, but then he got taken by Dallas. We signed a Bobby Price, a defensive back, to the practice squad, and Kayvon Seymour as well to the practice squad. Both corners or defensive back players. Neither one I think really makes a difference or moves the needle, but you can't be worse than one Michael Davis. Okay, like with what Michael Davis did, you can't be worse than him. So you can only be as bad. Like you could be real bad, but you can't be worse than what he performed, and we'll talk about that later. Injury report.
You can
No,
be
you
worse.
can't.
Yeah,
No,
you can.
can't.
You know you can.
You could be Emmanuel Forbes Jr.
I swear, I don't know if he made me think like, oh my God, he's actually worse than Emmanuel Forbes. It was that bad. It was that.
I'm leaving. I gotta go.
I'm not kidding. I was appalled.
I mean, but he was going up against Malik. Would you be my neighbors though?
Dude, that missed tackle on Devin Singletary, making him look like he's Saquon Barkley wearing that number 26.
Well, let's be honest. How many people?
My man had a life alert on his ankles.
Yeah. Like, I mean, they saw that. Let's be honest. You put on the burgundy and gold, and you see 26 in that ugly red and white jersey.
It's disgusting.
You're thinking it's you thought it was Saquon Barkley. They said, "Oh, that's his brother, Devin Barkley, or Saquon Singletary."
It's
Motor
bad.
Singletary.
Have you all signed the Reclaim the Name petition from the Native Americans?
Nothing's going to change. Let it go.
I don't think I actually did sign it. Not that I'm opposed to it. Or actually, I may have.
I
remember Redskins Man 10 sent me something. I may have signed it actually. I mean, I'm all for it. If they can get it back, I'm all for it. But I'm not holding my breath. All right. Injury report has not been released yet since we're playing on Monday night. They are a day behind on the injury report, so no updates there.
What we don't start till tomorrow.
Yep, exactly. So we'll keep an eye on that for the future. But we do play Monday night this week at 8:00. So not Sunday at 1. If you did not pay attention to the schedule, it'll be Monday at 8:00. So, but before we get into the next game, let's hop into the Giants review here. Both of you guys at the game, but real quick, the Commanders are atop the division. I had that note in here, and also Eric puts it in here. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. There we go. Atop the division after 2 weeks of football. Not many people probably saw that coming. We're 1-1. We have a win inside the division against the Giants. The Eagles played the Packers and the Falcons, so no in-division games. And the Cowboys played the Saints. And then who did they play last week? I already forgot where they won pretty handedly. Carolina,
the massage therapist. The massage therapist.
Yeah,
It'd be the massage therapist.
Yeah.
Oh, Browns.
Yeah. Deshaun Elementary, my dear Watson.
Bang. There you go. So we are atop the division, which is pretty cool. What up, Austin? How are you? But both of you guys went to the game. How was the atmosphere? Did the fans show up? Did we do good? Or was it a lot of Giants fans? And how was the experience over there at FedEx Field?
I mean, it was as many blue people there as an episode of the Smurfs, but
it's all good.
I thought that atmosphere wise, I'd give it a 7, 8.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel, Tone, about that, but I thought one, they put all these damn improvements in the stadium. I said this on my channel Monday.
Mm-hmm.
It took me like 20 minutes to get in the stadium, get my ticket scanned and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was the line. Yeah. The lines to go to concession. I miss Wale, and I went to go get some water, which is a travesty. I bought 2 bottles of water. It cost $11.95.
Yeah, did you have to take a loan out to get some water?
I did. I know. See, actually, I had to do a blood right for it, and then I had to sign Zane over on his 7th birthday.
Got it.
So he can work in the Commander's concessions. But anyway, I mean, it took like they did all these improvements where you could just go pick up a bottle of water and everything, and the line was still backed up. And I get it was halftime, but I was like, you did all these improvements, but it's like slow. It's like really slow. And I don't know, and that kind of killed the atmosphere for me. But like I said, it's a 7 or 8. I mean, because we make the atmosphere at the end of the day, and they're just trying to facilitate it. So I give it 7 or 8.
Okay, cool. How about for you, Tone?
Give it an 8. They did a bunch of improvements, but the one thing I don't like is when you try to go to the concession stands, they put a hold on your card. Like they got a hold on my car for $80, and they pissing me off.
Oh, what? You went to concessions and spent $80? What'd you get? 2
chickens? They put an AR hold on my card.
Oh,
I ain't get nothing but the damn ball of water and a goddamn hot dog, and that was about it. I was like, what the hell is this? So
hold?
They put a hold on my card. Amazon has a hold on my card for $80. That's not been released yet.
That is interesting.
I gotta check that. Now that you mention that, I gotta check mine.
I don't remember that happening.
I would pay for everything because I don't use my physical card for nothing. I don't like my physical card being out there.
Oh, so maybe it's an Apple Pay thing? Okay, because I use my card.
Might be. I don't know. It's pissing me off. But nonetheless, the game atmosphere was cool. It was an 8 out of 10 for me.
Good.
Completely crowded. We had one Giants fan in the whole section. He was annoying. He was talking all this trash.
Oh, he was known. He made himself known over there, huh?
He said JD5 was trash and Terry McLaurin was an afterthought. And Deontay Banks the best corner in the division. He was just talking stupid. I think he was high or something. I don't know. He was talking crazy. But when he lost, I said, "Oh, hey, buddy, come back here. hey, Austin Seibert, how you like that?" He was like, "Shut the F up. Y'all suck." Okay.
Austin Seibert. Yeah. Apparently he's from my buddy's town in Illinois, from the Metro East. Best athletes ever down there. His brother, I think he said, played travel AAU ball with him, basketball.
He's his agent is, right? Dave Butts' son.
That's who it was. Yeah, I remember it was somebody, a commander.
I'm glad he didn't play like ass, so that was good.
True. What up, Adrian? Says, can we sign Michael Thomas, corner, Patrick Peterson, Xavier Howard, or trade for Marshawn Lattimore? Do you guys like either of these moves?
I don't want no old farts on my team. What I like is Marshawn Lattimore. Everything else, Xavier Howard wants to send freaky photos to kids. I'm not with that. He's weird. And Michael Thomas is old as dirt. Slant boy is the oldest slant boy in history. Good. Marshawn Lattimore.
I had no idea about that.
I would take Marshawn Lattimore in a heartbeat, but everyone else, I'm good.
I mean, I wouldn't mind Patrick Peterson at this point.
My man's 100 years old. I'm good.
Dude, he can't be worse than what we got. It's literally that bad in the secondary right now. It's so bad. What up, Red House, not Roadhouse? Double up from what's his name?
Louis.
Yeah.
Double up.
Yeah. The Giants turned the little Giants on Sunday. Would have been better if
little man. Little man.
This is
on themselves.
Really like what I see from Noah Brown. Let's get into that. Okay, let's start with the game. All right, Jayden Daniels. How do you guys feel about Jayden Daniels' performance? He's they said he's thrown the first one to throw over 500 yards in his first two games. No, have 500
total yards of offense.
500 total yards of offense with no turnovers, which is pretty cool. But they will always find somewhere weird. Oh, never been done before. Thing, but nonetheless, it's still good. No turnovers for the young kid, and got his first W. How do you guys feel about Jayden Daniels' performance?
I think it begins and ends with that that final drive, right? To get us into field goal range. He looked calm, cool, collected. He hit Noah Brown. He did enough. I even called that last play at the end. I said, if I'm them right here, I said, I'm just kneeling, maybe just roll out in the so he has it right down
the middle,
down the pipe. And that's exactly what happened. I told the guy who was sitting beside me, he was like, hey, he said, you called it. I said, yeah. But said it wasn't that hard. But I thought Jayden took what happened last week, and I think he learned from it. I think he learned even more when he got hit and he came out for that play. Went in there. I thought it was a little bit worse than at first, because I was like right there. I was like, holy crap. I said, damn. I said, this is over with already. I said, I'm a jinx. I said, I can't go to no more games now because Jayden got hurt. But I thought Cliff grew on me. He showed maturation. I think that Jayden showed maturation, and it helped him out. And he took what the defense gave him. He doesn't try to force stuff down the field, and that's what I like about him. Like Tim, you said he was a little late on that throw that Terry got lit up on, but other than that, and that's going to happen because he's a rookie. That's going to come with time, but he's unbothered, and I think with all the bullshittery that's went along with this team, with this fan base, because let's be honest, we got a lot of bullshit in this fan base. He's just like Cool Hand Luke.
We need that Pampers, right? The Pampers diaper to hold it all in.
And they don't. Don't do Huggies, because Huggies will spill all over the place. But man, I thought he did good. I give him a B+. I think just because he didn't throw 4 touchdown pass. So if he had did that, maybe I might have given him an A. But I think very good job. And did y'all see what Scott Abraham did on Twitter? Mark Ein was talking with Mrs. Jackson, Jayden Daniels' mama. Look it up. He knew what he was doing. And that man's supposed to be married. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But Jayden Daniels, B+.
Okay. Tone?
You knew exactly what I'm talking about, don't you, Tone?
Yeah, they shared.
Leave that man mom alone, bro. Leave that man's mom alone.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Ooh, I am for real. But I give Jayden Daniels an A- actually. After that hit, that man turned to a pocket passer, started dialing up, started dicing him up. He actually threw a 50-50 pass to Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz said, "This is my reception."
That was lucky.
My reception. Give me this pass. You don't deserve it. The pass to Noah Brown in clutch time, perfect. The zone read right after that to put him in perfect field goal range to pretty much ice the game at that point. Couldn't do it no better. He was phenomenal, given the circumstances. 23 for 29, high completion percentage. Took what the defense gave him. Didn't do no wild stuff. Ain't put the ball in harm's way. And I know, Jared, you're watching this. Stop crying about him taking chances. You're not Caleb. You're not going to throw these wild picks. You're not Bo Nix going to throw 500 picks. Leave Jayden alone.
Yeah.
Jayden is Timothy, other Jayden.
So you give him an A?
Give him an A-.
I
don't give him an A. He didn't throw a touchdown pass yet.
Okay. All right. Fair. I thought Jayden played very, very good. And I agree. After halftime, it seemed that he improved in the pocket. Was throwing with some timing with McLaurin. One of them that may have been one of his best throw of the day to Terry McLaurin got called back because what's his name? Biotish decided to go 8 yards downfield for what seemed like no reason. Yeah, ineligible man downfield. But that thing was a thing of beaut. In between 3 defenders, as far as not thread the needle or nothing, but just throw with anticipation before Terry even came out of his break and in the slot into the zone, great throw. But anyway, there was a bunch of things that are like, I'm going to give him a B- because he's still missing things. And like just seeing guys open and not throwing it. And he had like the bobble that really messed us up because Zacchaeus may have been able to score a touchdown on that jet sweep he would have handled that. He still is working on making the correct reads at times. Like he predetermined a pre-snap read that he wanted to go to Ertz, which if Ertz was not open, then the whole play was over. I don't know if you guys remember in that red zone where he like scrambled to the right and took a sack. And he also couldn't even throw it away because he didn't know if the offensive line went across the line of scrimmage because it was another RPO. So he had to take the sack. I remember in the moment, it's like, throw it away. What are you doing? Like, don't take a sack. It's like, well, he could have thrown that away. And instead of a 2-yard loss, it could have ended up being I don't know what
10-yard loss.
What is it, 5-yard loss or 10-yard? I think it's actually a 5-yard loss. So it could have even been worse if he threw it. But anyway, there's still things he needs to work on. I think last week I said as a runner, he was an A, and as a thrower, he was an F. He's definitely improved a lot in just one short week as a thrower. You think about the Noah Brown throws. Mm-hmm. I feel like you would just not have seen that last week at all. Just not confident in it. He hit Terry on some slant routes. And then even the throw to Zach Ertz, the read was amazing. The throw was horrible. He threw it like a duck. I don't know if it slipped out of his hands or what, but that was really sketchy and arguably should have been an interception if they would have thrown the challenge flag. Could have been sketchy there. But overall, I'm super happy with Jayden's progress, and I'm super happy with Cliff Kingsbury. I had to bring that up now because Cliff Kingsbury, I thought, called an absolute elite offense play calling wise. We had 60 yards per drive. Yes, they all ended in points, but they didn't get touchdowns. But when you watch it, they were there. Like also, Jayden Daniels should have thrown a touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin in the end zone. Unfortunately, there was a pressure from Andrew Wiley, but he still escaped, and he still had him open. Like the play design was so good, even with avoiding the pressure, he still could have thrown it. And he looked at him, pumped, didn't feel comfortable with it for whatever reason, probably just because that seems to be how his mind works, is that if he's not like 100% or, like at least a high 90% confident that this is going to be a completion, he doesn't want to turn it over. He does not want to throw it in that window. So he had him, but he just didn't believe in it yet and didn't throw it. So penalties killed us, of course, getting down there in the red zone and just getting moved back into first and longs, second and longs, third and longs. But I thought the overall offense of game plan and play calling was fantastic, right? Like a lot of people might hate on him because of that 3rd and 4 run in the red zone. If Eckler followed his reads of where he was supposed to go, follow the blocks, that's a first down. But it was for some reason Eckler ran left into the mess instead of running left or running right rather, and that would have been a first down and maybe even a touchdown if he made a guy miss. So the plays are there. The plays were there, I should say, and I looking from last week too, he had Terry McLaurin open multiple times. Terry McLaurin, if there was the touchdown that he should have thrown, there was the quick out he should have thrown, and you had the slant pass. Terry really should have had a minimum 11 targets. He had 8 targets on the day. Terry should have been over 10 targets with how the game flow happened and how the play calling happened. It could have been there. So, okay, I just saw your thing. Sorry. But anyway, so very happy with Jayden. I think a B- is a complete fair score for me. It's not a hater score at all. I love that he's moving up on the list here. There's just things he's still missing, which is fine. And that's where we currently are. How about the rest of the offense for you guys? I just went off on how I loved Cliff, but who else did you guys like in the offense? Noah Brown, or of course, Brian Robinson had a huge day. Who do you guys want to give props to? Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this quick. I know I gotta run, but I love Brian Robinson. 17 carries for 133 yards. He destroyed the Giants' whole entire front seven, running everyone over. Shoulder pads was getting taken off people's daggone shoulders, literally. Austin Eckler, he had like 80 yards from scrimmage. He did really well. Noah Brown with two huge catches, including one that got us in field goal range. He was incredible as well. And Zach Ertz, he played really well. 4 catches for 62 yards, 15 yards a catch. Really hell of a game from Zach Ertz. So those are guys I liked on Sunday. All those guys played pretty well, Miles.
All right, before you have to go, I know you said you had to leave at 7:45. 2 quick, important questions. Who's better, Daniel Jones or Bryce Young?
I ain't gonna lie. I would take Bryce Young right now with that.
Okay, and then who's better, Caleb Williams or Justin Fields?
Today's Justin Fields. Because Caleb Williams was absolutely dog crap.
All right, Toad. Thanks for being here. And,
no problem.
Have a good day at work.
I'll have a full show next week. This is my last week working this night job. Thank God. So.
All right. Good luck.
See ya, Op.
All right. See ya, Op.
All right. What's up, everybody in the chat? I'll come back to that question to you here in a second here, Corey. You may hate to hear this, but really haven't been upset with Benjamin St. Juste this year. Yeah, a lot of people are giving him props. That punch out was huge in the game. We'll get to the defense.
Punch.
Yeah, it was. The offense is designed to get the ball out quick. Most of the routes within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage. It was a lot of quick game. A lot of RPOs, screens, trying to get the ball out quickly. And the reason, and it's smart because our tackles suck. Brandon Coleman did not have a great day, especially in pass blocking. Run game, he was better, but pass blocking was not good. Andrew Wiley you question why he's here. It's ridiculous how bad our tackles are. So you don't want JD holding on to the ball for a ton of time, but it is what it is. What about doubling down back and getting Houston? Are you talking about John Mechie?
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, John Mechie. I liked Mechie coming out of college. That would be interesting if we can get him for a cheap trade. I would not be mad about that at all. Got to be tested next game. Brown got to step up. Oh, yeah, De'Ami Brown and Noah Brown. Fair enough. Yeah, De'Ami Brown's not doing a whole lot. Not shocking, though. You see way more screens and slants. We don't use the speed we have in the red zone. 2 big tight ends, quick receivers, and fast running backs. I think we saw a lot of screens on Sunday, but a couple more slants sprinkled in there would not be a bad thing either. If we had J.J. McCarthy and he had the same stats JD had, Timmy would have given him an A+++.
I don't disagree.
I think you're insinuating something there.
I don't disagree, Mr. Pig.
I think you're insinuating something.
I don't disagree. Okay? I'm about to get muted on this one. I don't disagree with you, sir.
I think you guys are insinuating something. Don't know what, but we'll move on.
Did you like Big East quarterbacks better than you like SEC quarterbacks? I mean, come on now. Like
Big Ten? Yeah. Yeah, I like national champions more than losers, all right? Yeah. Undefeated seasons, right? No, I was kidding. No, I'm very happy with Jayden Daniels. And I like that he's not turning the ball over. I want to see it's what's really like it's a cross between what's frustrating is that I understand Jayden's a rookie. I want to see him developed. I understand what Cliff is doing. Love all of that. But I hate that in the same time frame, like the same life we're living in, is that Terry McLaurin's getting just absolute crapped on over and over and over and over again. And then he has the opportunities to put up big numbers and we're not getting him there. So it's a bittersweet time frame for me right now. But what matters more is that Jayden is progressing. Jayden is moving up and something doesn't seem white.
We can just black that one out later.
You guys are awesome. No, it's funny. It's all in good fun. So anyway, but all right, now I do want to go back to that question, Corey. So what else did you like about the offense here in Washington?
Yeah, the two-headed dragon that we've got back there, right? The two-headed monster, and
you could argue 3 Thunder. With Jayden.
Yeah.
Jayden's been running like crazy. I mean, he's had what 132 yards running in 2 games. So you can argue a 3-headed monster in the backfield.
I'm trying to keep the guy whose the jobs are primarily 2 runs. So I'm gonna call it.
No, I was just meaning to add on, not to correct you. I'm just adding on.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I wasn't taking that as a correction. I was just saying that I think that you look at B-Rob, he was thunder. Eckler is healthy. He's lightning. Like you pointed out in your film breakdown last night about him going that play that Cliff designed where everything's going to the right, and then what Jayden do? Quick back, found him. on that backside, and that could have been a touchdown. So I mean, those cats played well.
It's a bit of a discount version of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. We got going on,
but that's it, and that's okay though.
It's awesome
if we can get if they're building on this, and you see what you do, what Cliff is doing, which I still call him. I've upgraded him from Frankenberry to Crinkleberry, and it's going to get up until I call him by his real name. What I've seen is he's masking his deficiencies with that especially with that offense. Something Eric Bieniemy didn't do last year, and we're seeing he can't do at UCLA. They're only averaging like 16 points a game.
Poetry out here. Poetry.
So if you mask the deficiency, I even noticed it in the Tampa Bay game when that's why Jayden was running. He's like, Wiley was literally in his face. He's like, "No, bro, you're not gonna get me killed today," and he ran right past him.
Yeah.
So, and when I look at that, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to understand. Like this is good. This is what we need to see. And you know what? And to me, it gives a middle finger to Jahan Dotson, right? Because all these guys, the wide receivers, are also doing things without the ball in their hand. I love Noah Brown. Noah Brown just had one full week he got here, and he was a key contributor. Zach Ertz looked healthy, just like Eckler. Ertz is always getting knocked off for being hurt. That was a veteran move, taking away that interception. That was an interception.
Yes.
If that was Logan Thomas, if that was Cole Turner, if that was somebody who
John Bates wouldn't have been there.
Yeah. Johnny Bates wasn't knocked out. Don't be disrespectful. I told you about that.
Was it Jeremy Sprinkle?
Yeah, if it was Sprinkle, that boy would have been sprinkling the end zone. And he would have took it to the house. But that was such a veteran move. And that's what I said. I said, that's what a vet does. He's like, give me that thing. That's my ball, because the tie always goes to the receiver in that situation. I love what he did there. Now I got to talk about what I didn't like, pray tell. Bobby Johnson and this offensive line should be raked over the coals for their lack of discipline. Not for the pass protection or run protection. I thought they were admirable in those areas. But you cannot put your offense in holes like, this is a third. This is 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't necessarily on. That was Senate, though.
Yeah.
Or this is.
But no, Cosby had one. Allegretti had one.
Everybody had
Lucas had one. Yeah, maybe except for Biotish, but Biotish had a illegal man downfield.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, they all had some.
Like they got one. They all got one for the ring. They got the infinity gauntlet of penalties.
Yep.
And you can't have that happening, especially if you're playing a good team. And I know we're not a good team. I'm not saying anything like we're this great team because we beat the New York Football Giants and everything. No, I'm not saying it. But when you play a good team, like the perceived Cincinnati Bengals, like when you play Baltimore. Although, God, it's kind of bad when you think about it.
They're both 0-2. And
our next 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4 opponents are 0-2. Or when you go play Arizona, you can't have that happening. You can't have that. That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable at any level of football. High school, college, middle school, peanut. You can't have that crap happening. You got to get that corrected, which they've shown to me on offense. They can correct their mistakes, and they can go out there and they can do good. I got to give them a B. I got to be like you, Tim. I got to give them a B- just because those penalties, they drove me crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in the red zone. So, I think we had 4 of those in the red zone. That was,
something like that. It was not good.
But we scored on all 7 drives, which that's the biggest backhanded compliment, though, is he scored on every drive, but they were just field goals.
And they averaged 60 yards a drive.
Yeah, it was stupid.
60 yards a drive.
Right. The only drive we didn't score on was that when they kicked back at the end of the
exactly.
Of the first
Yeah, I don't count that at all.
That was another thing too, Tim, that made me mad about this offense. We were dominating, and the defense too, which I can segue in there. We were dominating the time of possession, and we were down by 3 at halftime. We were double up on those dudes, and we were still down by 3.
The defense was horrible.
Yeah,
the defense was I mean, they had 3 drives and 2 touchdowns in the first half, right? And then we did get the fumble though to start the second half, but they were driving. but we did get that fumble. That was huge. Then we forced a punt, touchdown, and then we're so fortunate that Malik Neighbors decided that time he didn't know how to catch. But the defense was a joke. We could segue into the defense if you'd like, because this defense is absolutely it is. I can't imagine a defense much worse. Almost. I could, I'm sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess if you go
Last
down to
year's
Carolina,
defense.
last year's defense, at least we have linebacker play. Like Wagner and Luvu are playing well. And then you have Duran and Jonathan Allen are getting double teamed every play because they're just basically saying, good luck to your edge rushers. We don't believe in your edge rushers. You don't have edge rushers. So we will one-on-one go those guys with tackles and just double or at least 3-on-2
Effort sacks.
What's that?
They got to get effort sacks. Cleveland Farrell leading sacker with 2.
Yeah.
And it's just effort. Like he finally gets there because, it's just like, yeah, this is where you got to be. This is the point of it. So.
Yeah. Benjamin St. Juste, though, getting that punch out was huge. And then he did a lot better job on Neighbors. Neighbors did have a couple of catches deep downfield with the deep comeback routes on his side of the field, but most of his damage came on the other side with Michael Davis and everything. And also, go ahead.
Did you see that crossing route and Davis ran into his? That's like the second week in a row that somebody from that defense ran into a teammate on a crossing route.
So that's actually a knock that I'm having on Joe Witt right now, which Joe Witt was one of those guys that sold me in the press conference. I didn't know anything about him, and like he was a guy that I listened to him talk, and he just seemed authentic. I believed him, and he obviously had a great defensive secondary over there in Dallas with Dan Quinn. So I was a big Joe Witt guy. Or I still am, but it's just week 1 against Liam Cohen, it seemed there was a lot of times that Cohen had his number, the right play call against his defensive call. And then this week we had way too much man-to-man in key downs, in my opinion. Like 3rd and 9s, we're running man. And we wonder why Malik Neighbors is running free because we don't have anybody that is going to cover.
Wasn't that like a
Malik
3rd
numbers.
and 13 or something?
Something like that.
He ran that.
Yeah.
And that's what they call them routes too. They call man beaters right there, just right across the field.
Yep.
And I said, my God, I was just like, I think one of them came, it was closer to my end, but it was on the opposite side. And I was like, I just sat there. I'm like, how do you not key in on this on 3rd and long?
Mm-hmm.
And then Devin Singletary, like we said, was running through there. They saw that 26 and they thought it was Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Devin Singletary is a average back in the league. He's a good
below
back.
Average. Running backs are a dime a dozen. So I think average running back is high.
Right.
So I'm not saying that a below average running back is even necessarily bad, but he is like, if there's 32 running backs, he's 25.
He's a good back. He's a good back. Like
I think do you agree with that? If there's 32 starting running, he would be like 25 at best.
Right. And I think that's good in the NFL at that point. So, I mean, he's not going to take over a game.
Yeah.
But
he had 100 yards.
Right. He had 95 yards. And I'm like, guys, this ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he even had a rushing touchdown too, didn't he? He had a
rushing touchdown. That was Michael Davis. Like, you're right there in the hole, make a tackle, and he just folded like a house of cards.
It was bad, but I'll tell you one thing, though. Malik Neighbors, man, thing of beauty.
Yeah.
He's a thing of beauty. Oh, my gosh.
We'll see. I don't know what he had last week. I don't think he played very well last week, but Michael Davis couldn't cover him to save his life. And then Noah Igbinoghene he's more of a slot corner, so he's covering him on the outside.
Igbinoghene. We did this.
Igbinoghene.
Yeah, we did this on the I think you were close. We did this on the preseason game stream.
Yeah.
I said, I even joked. I said, hell, the guy's not going to be here next week. So I said, let's just go ahead. I literally during the game, I pulled up the pronunciation guide for it, and it's in the back of the screen and everything. I'm like, can we say this right? Igbinoghene. And
Igbinoghene.
Igbinoghene.
No, you're saying an M at the end. It's an N.
But Noggany.
Nagani. You said Nagami.
Yeah.
But Nagani. Igbinoghene.
Yeah.
Anyway, point is, he's not a very good corner, and we're playing way too much man-to-man. Like the Wan'Dale Robinson touchdown, man-to-man. The Malik Neighbors, you had 3 guys over there man-to-man, right? Like it's the third downs conversions, we're in man-to-man. I understand you have to sprinkle in some man-to-man at times. You can't just run zone the entire game because there's plays to beat that as well. But I also, it's just when it's the important ones, when it's the key downs, we should be running zone like 80% of the time at least. And I feel like on Sunday we ran on the important downs man-to-man 75% of the time, or maybe more. It was frustrating to watch that consistently. So I think he needs to clean that up. But similar to Jayden Daniels, this is only Joe Witt's second game calling a defense, right? Learning the game flow, learning, understanding. So I'm going to give him some grace as well, just like Jayden. I think that both of them have a chance to be really, really good, and I hope that they elevate their game.
I think Witt, he deserves 8 games to really to find his footing as a play caller in this league. Like I think, because you're going to see stuff after 2 months. You're going to see stuff like, okay, he corrected this. Okay, this is a habit. So you'll have that stuff on tape. It's the same thing with Jayden, but I just I'm very disappointed. But like I said, I think St. Just, in hindsight, he's been good. He's been good at that corner, as the number 1 on this team. He's been good. I mean, you're going up against a future Hall of Famer, Mike Evans, and he's going to beat the hell out of you. And I did notice he was walking off the field talking to one of the defensive coaches, probably one of the DB coaches, and they were talking about like how stuff was going wrong and how they were supposed to correct it and everything like that. So I did notice that, and I said, okay, all right, Canadian whiskey, I hear you. So I thought that was a plus.
Good. All right. Any other major takeaways in the game? Of course, we have to list the first one. Austin. I call him Seibert. Is it Seibert?
I think you're right. I think it's Seibert.
I was saying Seibert too. So I'll get Austin Seibert 7 for 7 after walking in off the couch. Apparently came in before this week, 2 weeks ago, he was kicking at trees, not goalposts. He was kicking at trees for accuracy training with his wife and daughter apparently in the backyard. Now he goes 7 for 7. I believe that's tied for an NFL record. Somebody said 8, but do you know if it's a record?
8 would tie the record.
8 would tie the record.
That was a
when I looked up most field goals in a game, it's 7.
Rob Baronis, I think, hit rest in peace. Hit 8 one time for Tennessee.
Got it. Rob Baronis. Okay. For some reason earlier it only pulled up 7. So okay, so it is he ties for second after coming off the couch. Austin Seibert, do we have our kicker of the future?
We have our kicker of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our kicker of right now. You ain't slipping. You ain't slipping. You get me to. No, Tim, you will not get me to slip up and say he is our kicker of our future right now. He's got to. I got to see more. I thought he did good, but like, how many of those kicks were like pretty much point blank range? And
everything was 45 yards or under.
Yeah, 45. Yeah, so
some 27-yarder, I think.
Yeah. I think the game winning field goal was like 33. Is that right? But now
something like that.
I want to see him.
33, yeah, in that range.
His problem wasn't making field goals in Cleveland. His problem was making extra points, and that's what got him cut. So I want to see him. Have you exercised all your demons, or are you just showing me more of what you've been able to do? I got to see that when the extra points come.
Well, to be fair, since 2019, where he missed 5 extra points and he missed 1 in 2020, he has not missed an extra point since. He had 8 for 8 in 2020 with the Bengals, 5 for 5 for the Lions in 2021, 12 for 12 in 2022, 1 for 1 for the Jets. So since 2020 with the Browns, he has not missed a PAT, which is good. But it is well noted he missed 5 in one season. That was a bit risky. My biggest thing with him is that he does not have range.
Yeah.
He's perfect
That kickoff
with 40 and
kickoff
below.
was bad.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
gonna cost you something with that kickoff.
So under 40, he's made all of them. He is 30 for 2. Sorry, under 40, I should say. 32 for 32, under 40 yards. But then he goes from 40 to 49. He's missed 7 field goals in that range. 18 of 25. And then 50 plus, he's only 2 for 6 with a career long of 53, which obviously, which, you know, sounds like a long field goal, but for a career long, that's not very good at all. So it's not super impressive, I should say.
Right.
But to Bod's point, one of our chatters, he was saying that I would take that. You know what? Like, if we just get into like 45 yards and under and you're automatic, that's huge right now. Like, it's not a future thing maybe, but we'll take that at the moment rather than what we've had in the past. It's very frustrating. So maybe we can't take, 55 yarders for him. We'll have to go for it on 4th downs in those situations. But if you can, at least when we get into your range, you make it, 99% of the time, I'll take it. So, but I do agree with you. He's not good enough, I think, to be a franchise guy. He's got to show
right.
on.
He's Mr. Right now. He's Mr. Right now. That's exactly what it is.
Did you see Dayball was asked about being fired and he just stared down the reporter?
That's funny.
Yeah.
I like when he slammed his headset on the
upset.
ground after that field goal because they became the first team and the second team in NFL history to score 3 touchdowns, give up no touchdowns, and lose a game. But they were the first in regulation to do it. So that's good. That was great.
I love the score of this game. 21-18. The team with 21 scored no touchdowns, and the team with 18 scored no field goals.
But and that's it. That's Dayball and Shane's incompetence too. Because I didn't realize this that Graham Gano was on the injury report coming into the game. He had some tightness in practice. They had to take him back in warm-ups because he had a groin issue, and then they put him out there on a kickoff. And he couldn't come back out there. He couldn't play the rest of the game.
So I think that's you are relaying information that is out there. So I'm not saying that you are making it up or anything like that. But I did see that the New York media really hating on him. But he pulled a hamstring. It was a groin problem originally, but then he pulled his hamstring on the kickoff. So it was actually a different injury that happened. It's still sad, but if you're a Giants fan, but I think the hate on Dayball is a bit.
Oh God, no,
extreme.
It's not extreme. It's not extreme because
you think it's worthy. He's worthy of being hated on.
It's very worthy to be hated on because you proved that you didn't have a contingency plan. You knew that your kicker was uncomfortable in practice this week, right? So why don't you have a contingency plan? I would say that is incompetence. Okay. That is incompetence. That's shit that Ron Rivera would do. And you know it. And you would sit here and be like, if that was Ron Rivera doing that like last year, something like that, you and I both would be here like, what was he thinking? If he even had an inkling that this cat was not going to be available or there was like a cold chance in hell that he was not going to be ready for this game, maybe we should go get a kicker, sign him on practice squad, or bring some guy in here and just have him ready. And then just in case, we can make him inactive if Graham's good to go. But they had no contingency plan. They just signed a kicker yesterday. They signed Greg Joseph. So I think it's warranted because they've been at this for 3 years. This isn't a rookie coach and a rookie GM.
Yeah.
These guys are seasoned veterans and their jobs are online. You can't afford to make mistakes like that.
Yep. They also only had 52 people on the active roster because Gunner is on IR, so they could have signed a practice squad kicker. Now that is a fact that's interesting.
That's incompetence.
Wait a minute. No. You still, even though you have 53 guys, you still can only shoot up 47.
40, yeah. 40.
something like that, right? 47 guys. Yeah. So you still would have to remove somebody from your active roster, because that, I mean, I could also see that going multiple other ways. Like he ended up having an injury the other way.
Yeah, they had 48.
48. So he ended up having an injury. So that was something that and it wasn't the injury that everybody was worried about. It wasn't the groin. It ended up being a hamstring. But I could also imagine, like, all right, let's say you don't bring an extra offensive lineman, and then you sign an extra kicker. Gano ends up being fine all game, and then you end up with not like you have to play a tight end at tackle because you didn't bring your extra offensive lineman, and it's like, well, was it really that much of an issue? Because clearly Glenn Renault is fine. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would actually be more interested in saying, you know what? Instead of putting what I would hate on him, if I was going to hate on him for anything, is if he had a slight tweak, he shouldn't have been on kickoff. Just have Gillum go out there and kick it off.
I agree with that.
Instead of bringing an extra guy, like just say, all right, you don't have to run today. We'll just simple kicks for you. Your only field goal today. Gillum, go out there and kick.
Right.
Do kick return.
And then how much did they work with Gillum too in that situation with Graham, like in practice? Like what was going on in practice? We don't know what was going on, like who was handling kickoffs or who was doing this, that, and the third. So
yeah,
you know, that could lend credence to a lot of those questions as well. But you know what? I don't care that we won on a technicality because we've lost on technicalities before. So thank you, Brian Daboll.
Here's the real takeaway. Okay. The real incompetence is him allowing Daniel Jones to be signed to a long-term contract without standing on the table, screaming his head off, saying, "Why are you doing this to me? Do not do this."
I think he, I don't know if he screamed on the table, but I don't think he was as sold on Daniel Jones because if you watch the Hard Knocks thing, anybody that watched it, he was talking about looking into getting a quarterback. He was on about getting a quarterback. I think they wanted Jayden Daniels.
Oh, he loves Jayden Daniels.
Yeah,
he loved. I remember I saw that clip. He was a Jayden Daniels.
Wanted Jayden Daniels
big time for sure.
So,
but it shouldn't have never like he should not have been signed long term. That is $40 million a year.
Yeah, Tim.
Mind-numbingly stupid.
Tim, these guys are going to get fired. Daboll and Shane are going to get fired. Never drafting their quarterback of the future.
Yeah,
because they decided
to re-sign DJ.
Yeah, to Daniel Jones, and then let's say Saquon walk. And I mean,
know who's going to be their savior?
Shadizor. Who's going to be their savior?
Drew the Goat Lock.
I've never heard those words in the same sentence before. But
Drew Lock. It's coming.
No, it's not.
It's coming. He's the backup right now. He will be on the field before long, and he and Malik Neighbors.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You talking about the same Drew Lock that helped revive Geno Smith's career? Okay. Yeah, you're right.
The man, the myth, the legend.
It's a myth, all right.
I'm hoping for it. I'm rooting for it. Let's go, Drew. All right, here we go. Anyway, all right, we have another game this week. Excuse me. It is the Cincinnati Bengals. They are currently 0-2. They lost to the Chiefs on a very unfortunate call. When I watched the replay, I do think that it was a bad call. He should have a right to go after the football as well. That he is making a play on the ball. He is not just hitting the defender. Contact should be allowed in that situation. I think that was a bad call. And I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm a Mahomes fan. So I'm somebody
you're a Humphreys fan. You're a Humphreys fan.
No, I am Humphreys. Nice to meet you. Okay. But I am a Mahomes fan. All right. I think that it was a bad call. Doesn't matter. You are what your record is. You were 0-2 because the week before you lost to the Patriots, which is ridiculous. Apparently, Joe Burrow, not very healthy. They lost Joe Mixon. Now they have Zach Moss, which is Singletary's old teammate. So it's funny that both of them left the Bills and now starters elsewhere. But then, of course, him and Jamar Chase, the drama there with them not extending him and his contract, and he may be gone next year. We'll see. No idea. But they did go toe-to-toe with the Chiefs, who are 2-0 defending Super Bowl champions. What do you think about this game? Monday night, Jayden in prime time. Do we have a chance this week or what?
Sure, we always got a chance. You always got a chance to win games. It's the
Actually, put this together beforehand.
oh gosh, Jesus. I read it in my head, so that's a good one. You're not gonna get me though. You ain't get me. I said I read it. I was like, wait, yeah.
All right, what do you think about the game?
I think the Bengals, they started 0-2 the last 3 years in a row.
Is that true? You might be right.
I think so. I'm looking at it right now. So they were, when they were 12-4.
0-2 last year.
Yep. In the year in 22, they were as well.
0-2 as well. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a cool stat. I didn't realize that.
So they're slow starters traditionally.
Mhm.
So this might be the get right game. I don't know. We've always been the get right team. Because they have a lot of things going against them.
Yeah.
And you got the country watching it. It's at Cincinnati, which it's a hard place to play at. I remember when I was growing up, it really wasn't that hard to play at Cincinnati. But Washington never played at Cincinnati because I think it was like 16 years before 2004 that they even played Cincinnati. But Burrow's still hurt. Okay. That's been the last couple of weeks. They look like they played a little bit better at Kansas City than they did at home against New England. Wide receivers are divas, but they still want to get paid. So Jamar Chase, while he's going to drag along, I think he's still going to be able to play. And what's going on?
Jamar Chase is going to add 10 mil extra on his contract after this game.
He ain't lying. I mean, it could be possible. I mean, the way they put him up against Michael Davis, Lord have mercy. Just let him sit there and man all day. Jamar Chase will eat us alive, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Jayden Daniel. I know everybody is saying, we need to wear the all whites. We got to wear the all white. I don't really care about that. Score prediction. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to go Cincinnati 31. Good guy 17.
31-17. Yes. Interesting. Yeah, it's such a in the house. What's up, Zane?
Say what's up. It's orange, not pink, y'all.
Actually, it looks very pink.
It's orange.
That's
I know
it looks
pink.
Very pink
yeah,
on the camera.
It's orange.
Hey, real men wear pink. I'm cool with it. I'm not judging.
Oh hate. Are you being fussy, Pat?
Man, what do I want to predict this score? I really have no idea. I feel like this could go any way. I'm going to just go with what I think is most likely. I think it's going to be most likely 30-20. 30-20 in the favor of Bengals.
Yeah.
But I do think it's so it's going to be hard to stop Joe Burrow and the Bengals receiving core. When does T. Higgins come back? Is he coming back this week?
I don't know.
I know he's been banged up. What is his story? T. Higgins. Return and be back. He's officially inactive for the Chiefs, so he's questionable. So he could come back, which also would hurt us because now we have to stop Chase and the other guy, T. Higgins, which would suck. They also have the rookie Jermaine Burton, who can take the top off the defense. We'll see. He had a 47-yard catch last week, but it's just that's the biggest issue. Like, do we get lucky with a couple of drops their way? I'm also really disappointed in our run defense last week. You know who also is bad? I forgot to bring this up. A guy that I was not happy with at all, Jeremy Chin.
Yeah,
He is not a good football player.
He had that recovery. That was about it, right?
Yeah, and literally, it's so bad. I mean, he had one that he was going to tackle Devin Singletary, and he just folded, similar to Michael Davis, but on the inside. Like his angles are horrible. He is not good in coverage either. Jeremy Chin, that we were hoping to be a decent replacement for Cameron Curl, has been a severe disappointment for me. I mean, hopefully he recovers, but that's going to be a problem.
That's why you put him on a 1-year prove-it deal.
Exactly. So defensively, it sucks because I think offensively, we could do it again what we did last week. We could hold the football, kill the clock, kill the time of possession, and give our defense a fresh opportunity. Right? Like I wish we had the defense of 2020 with this team.
Give me 2022 and I'll be good.
Sure, whatever. Go back in time. With Kendall Fuller and
I don't want anything with Chase Young on it for the majority of the season.
Montez Sweat still here. Maybe still add Bobby. Like I would still want a linebacker, so keep Bobby here. If we could add Bobby with 2022's defense, this team could actually be pretty darn good.
Yeah.
We have a quarterback that doesn't turn it over. We have a quarterback that can escape. So even when he misses a read, which he does quite often because he's a rookie, he makes it up with his legs, right? Like he recovers so nicely with his legs. We have a great two-headed monster that you brought up.
Yeah.
Like offensively, we should win this time of possession yet again. Because what do we have last week? Last week, I think we won
it was
35-25.
Yeah, it was something stupid.
I want to say, I'm looking it up real quick. Team stats. It's 37.5 to 22.5.
Yeah.
We had 15 more. We had a quarter more of the football in our hands than the Giants did, and still barely squeaked out a win.
You got to do with Cincinnati. You got to keep Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase off the field. You got to run the ball with B-Rob.
Mm-hmm. But we gave up 3 touchdowns on 6 drives to the Giants.
That's true.
To the Giants.
I know.
I don't think we're going to do a better job against Cincinnati, right? So that's what's scary, and that's what's frustrating. We should put Tyler Owens in. Yeah, because somebody but other than freaking Jeremy Chin. But I said the same thing, somebody other than Forbes, and then Michael Davis is actually somehow worse than Forbes. I can't believe it. I was wondering why Michael Davis was not a starter on this team. He was listed as a starter. Seemed like that's the guy they brought in. And we have found out. And you know what, though?
Talk to me.
It sucks that Michael Davis stinks. But he got benched. They benched him. Also, he was listed as a starter. I think they brought him in to be a starter.
Yeah,
he wasn't good enough. Forbes got the start over him. He earned it. I didn't know why he earned it, but he did. And it is another thing that I really like about this coaching staff. Like they did it with the kicker, obviously, but they just do it overall. And like, they're not just trying to put Brandon Coleman in and say, yep, you're our left tackle. No, we're going to give you a drive. We're going to give Cornelius Lucas a drive. We're going to give you a drive, Cornelius Lucas a drive. So they're bringing them along slowly. And they're doing that for all our rookies.
And you look at it too, Tim, like you say, we shouldn't be better because of the way we played the Giants, though. But I mean, you look at like 2022.
Mm-hmm.
This was the same team that lost to the Giants, and they basically unpants Philadelphia on a Monday night. So I mean, anything can happen. I'm not saying it's happened this week. Of course, I've got the Bengals winning the game, but I would think that you never know. Especially you got a little bit of time to prepare, a little time to rest up. So I mean, we don't know. We could be pleasantly surprised. I think with this team, it's about being competitive and then putting yourself in the fourth quarter with an opportunity to possibly win the game.
Yep.
That's what they did last week. They got to follow that same game plan and in that same mentality.
Yep.
Now they're going to change it up because the Giants aren't the Bengals. So
So I guess the main takeaway is I really like our offense, and if we can keep our defense fresh, they can make the adjustments and somehow slow down the Bengals. We have a chance this game, and we're gonna have a chance every week because of our coaching.
Yeah.
Where our team lacks talent in a lot of ways, but I really appreciate our coaching.
I don't feel like
we've
been like, as far as like on game day, and
Mhm.
maybe I'm wrong for this. I don't feel like we haven't been prepared as much as we've just been outmanned.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we've been prepared. I feel like that there's organization. I mean, I don't think Dan Quinn, I think Dan Quinn had one challenge that that it was successful to. Did he have a challenge in that game?
Quinn?
Did Quinn have? I know Dave.
I don't think so.
One. Okay, but like, he's not taking stupid timeouts. He's not burning they're not taking unnecessary timeouts or anything like that. The only thing I will say is when they had the false start coming out the timeout, after you need to be ready for that. But I think that was just more or less of the lapse in the offensive line. But I feel like more than anything, they're prepared, but they're just they're under the gun.
Yep. All right. Should we go through the weekly predictions?
Yeah.
And go from that? Let's do it. All right. We got Patriots and Jets on Thursday. Jets at home.
I guess everybody's thinking the Jets are going to win this game.
Yeah, Patriots did win or lose last week in overtime, I think, with the Seahawks and beat the Bengals. So they're playing a lot better than people expected them. And then the Jets outlasted. Who did they play last week? It was the Titans, 24-17.
So they haven't beat anybody. The Jets have. They played on Monday night, short week. They had to go to Nashville from California. Now they're going home for their first game of the season, short week. I think a lot of people would be on the Jets in this game. I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Give me New England to win this game.
All right, respect it. I am going to go Jets here. I don't believe in the Patriots. Good for Gerard Mayo. It seems like he's coaching well to keep them in games, but I still think they have some talent deficit over there.
Oh, they do. But I don't think the Jets are as advertised either.
That's fair. Completely fair. No, I don't. Your assessment, I think, is fair. I do think it's a coin flip game. It could go either way. Browns versus Giants. Browns at home.
Bowel movements.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't really believe in the Browns right now, so yeah, I'll rock
the Giants.
Sorry, the Giants. You're right. You listen to what I mean, not what I say. All right. Titans at home versus the Packers. Malik Willis gets his first win last week, and then he gets to go against his old team here, Packers, facing the Titans.
I feel like this could go upside down for the Titans, especially I don't know if you've seen how Callahan's been reacting with Levis. Like he said, he was like, "What the F are you doing?" And he said that was a stupid play.
Yeah.
So I don't know if everything's going to go right with Tennessee. And if they can run the ball like they did with the Colts, the Packers will be all right. I think give me Green Bay to win this game.
I'm going to go Titans. I feel like a team when they're 0-2 at home, they're going to be the hungrier team. They could lose this game for sure, but I'm going to go that angle. I'm at home, desperate for a win. And Malik Willis is a project, so I'm going Titans. All right, Colts at home versus the Bears. I gotta go Colts here. I think the Colts are a much better team than 0-2. They lost to the Packers right last week, which is crazy to me. Anthony Richardson did not have a great day. I do think the Bears should be the better team, but again, similarly, 0-2, they're going to be the hungrier team, and Caleb Williams still struggling early. I'm going Colts at home.
Yeah, I think I'll ride with the I can't go with Sugar Boo Williams right now. Give me the other project in Anthony Richardson.
Got it. All right, Texans and Vikings, 2-0 teams. Vikings upset the Niners last week. Texans outlast both the Bears and the Colts. That's funny that the two teams that we just talked about, those are the two teams they played, but both 2-0. Vikings at home. Houston favored by 2. Who do you got?
Houston's a 2-point favorite at home.
No. Vikings at home. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Man, this is gonna be a good game, especially when the Vikings are on offense and the Texans are on defense. To see Ryan and O'Connell's squads going up against each other. I think this is a coin flip too, but I do think Sam Darnold will eventually turn into the proverbial pumpkin. I think it'll be this week. Give me Houston to win that one.
I'm with you. Not a lot of explanation needed. I agree with everything you said. All right, Saints at home versus the Eagles. Give me the Saints. They have scored on every single drive this season. Dominated both opponents, the Panthers and the Cowboys. They're at home. The Eagles defense is vulnerable. I don't think they slow down this team. They got upset by the Falcons. Jalen Hurts, one of the most overrated players in the league. Give me the Saints.
I agree with everything you said there, but this is at Philadelphia. I got to go with the Eagles, man. I think they bounced back after the Monday night loss. I'm playing with my head, not my heart here. Then again, they might drop 40 on Philadelphia for all we know.
Yeah.
But for right now, I got to go with the Eagles to bounce back.
Got it. All right. Here's another 2-0 team matchups. Steelers versus the Chargers. Steelers favorite at home by 1.5. I'll go first. I'm going to go Chargers. I think Chargers play football correct. They come heavy. John Harbaugh, I think, is a fantastic coach. And I don't think that the Steelers offense is going to be able to score enough to keep up with the Chargers. J.K. Dobbins is on another planet right now. And Herbert hasn't even had to play well, and they're 2-0. So give me the Chargers.
It's at Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that this defense I think Pittsburgh's defense is the best defense in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they didn't play anybody last week. I got to go with Mike Tom. I got to go with Omar Epps at home in his squad. Give me the Steelers to win that game.
I respect it. I respect Tomlin, too. I really like this Chargers team right now. I like how they play.
We know, Roger. We know.
Yeah, exactly.
They play big boy football.
They do. They really – and Joe Alt has been
I know. I want it
incredible. All right. Buccaneers, 2-0 versus the Broncos. I really don't see Bo Nix making a difference here. The Buccaneers, I think, are actually a really strong team. And they're 2-0 for a reason at home against the Broncos. I really don't even see them having a chance, them being the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to go with pastry chef Baker Mayfield in this one.
Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Chris Godwin's back in form, too. 15 catches, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns in the first 2 games. Have a start. The Raiders at home against the Panthers. The Raiders upset the Eagles last week.
Raiders.
Unbelievable.
Ravens.
You don't believe in the Red Rocket, the Red Rifle?
Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders. Like, why are we wasting breath on this game?
Because the Red Rifle, he's got weapons.
You don't even
got
believe
Adam Thielen. He's got Deontay Johnson. He's
Plexico Burris had weapons too.
Bubba Gump. He got Bubba Gump.
Hey, don't be talking about my boy like
he got Bubba Gump out there. Okay.
I don't even think he said I don't even think I'm country. He said I just think I talk regular.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said too. But yeah, you know what? Plexico Burris had weapons as well, and he shot himself in the foot. So or in the leg. So there you go. Do whatever you want to with that.
You went there. You're evil. You're terrible. Seahawks at home against the Dolphins. No Tua Tagovailoa. Did they even pick up a quarterback?
No, Skylar Thompson is going to start.
Disaster. Not what you want to see. First game at home, or first game on the road is in the Seahawks. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks.
Maybe they should trade for Sam Howell, right? Yeah, Skylar Thompson sounds like a 2006 pop star on Disney Channel. So with that being said, I've got to go with Geno Smith, who looks like one of those rap stars from 2006 to win this game. Give me the Seahawks.
I may have to change my pick. Still? I think Seahawks have too much melanin. Just kidding. Seahawks take the W. All right. Ravens 0-2 versus.
You went to the dark side there for James Earl Jones. I like that. Anyway,
That went dark.
Yeah.
Here you go. Cowboys at home versus the Ravens. The Ravens find themselves in a very unlikely 0-2. Now they go against the Cowboys, who just got rocked against the Saints. Who do you got here? Baltimore's a 1-point favorite on the road.
Oh, got a 1-point favorite at Dallas. They gotta win. They can't go 0-3, can they, Tim? They can't go 0-3. They can't. I can't. I don't believe it. I don't believe Baltimore, with the reigning MVP, can go 0-3. Like I just can't believe it. And with that, I gotta go. I have to go with Baltimore to get right. I know it's down there at Jerry's little playhouse, but I gotta go with
All right, I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm picking the Cowboys, putting my juju on them. Let's go.
All right.
All right, I'm picking the Cowboys to win that game. All right, Cowboys. Sorry, just kidding. Rams in division opponent. They're 0-2 as well.
49ers.
The 49ers. The Rams have a ton of injuries right now. No Cooper, no Puka. Offensive line banged up. They're in trouble. I agree. 49ers take this W, even without CMC. You have the Cardinals and the Lions, the 4:25 game. Cardinals upset not upset, just destroyed, I meant to say, the Rams. The Lions, they lost week 1 and won last week, right? No, they lost last week to the Bucks.
Yeah, they did.
That's right. They won the week 1, lost last week because they beat the Rams. That's right, in week 1.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals, MHJ, all of a sudden exploding onto the scene with 2 touchdowns, big plays from the rookie top 4 pick. Then, so who do you got here? Cardinals versus Lions. Cardinals at home.
Do I really? Who do we want to go with? Lions or the Cardinals? I think they said Lions.
I agree. I heard Lions too.
I think I heard Lions there.
All right.
So we're gonna go with the Lions.
I really like how the Cardinals are coached.
I do too. I do. But can they go? Can the Lions go 1? Are the Lions really gonna go 1-2 with all this preseason? After all this preseason hype,
I'm going Cardinals. Amon-Ra St.
I like it.
Brown is a little banged up too. Hopefully he plays, but
he's always gonna play. He's a machine.
True. I like it. All right. I'm going Cardinals. I have both Jared Goff and Amon-Ra, so I'm hoping to maybe put some jujus out there again. But I still like the Cardinals. I just like how Gannon coaches, and it's a good squad over there. And they're better than I feel like what people expect them to be. I feel like when you think Cardinals, you just think of a really weak team, but they hung with the Bills week 1. They destroyed the Rams. I think they're actually a pretty decent team this year. All right, Sunday Night Football. You have the Falcons taking on the Chiefs and the refs. The Chiefs win because it's a 2v1.
That was definitely pass interference. Yeah, that wasn't the refs. That was just Cincinnati. Just not playing the man right. With that being said, Kansas City after the high win from Atlanta over the Eagles.
Another one. Primetime Kirk's not going to show up 2 times in a row. All right, Bills
Sunday though.
But it's primetime.
He's good. He's good on Sunday nights though.
Disagree. Just kidding. I don't know what the stats are. You could be right. I just wanted to make fun of him for being primetime Kirk. Bills at home on Monday night against the Jaguars. Bills 0-2. Bills 2-0. Jaguars 0-2. Bills, man, they know how to run that football. James Cook went crazy last week, but Jaguars find themselves 0-2 here. Who do you got?
They're going to be 0-3 at the end of this. Give me, although I'm not a big Josh Allen fan, I think they're going to win this game just because of osmosis and being at home.
I got Bills as well. All right, and we already talked about our game. We're the final game of the week, Commanders versus the Bengals. Let's go, Commies. And that is the wrap there.
Oh, you taking us?
No, I picked Bengals.
You said let's go Comman.
Well, I'm rooting for us, of
I
course.
know I am too.
That's what I mean. Let's go. I want to win. I would much rather the Commanders win than me be right. Okay, that's
I hear you, brother.
true. All right. Okay. So there's that. Let's go ahead and my fantasy team. Little fantasy update. I did lose Cooper Kupp. That hurts a lot. Tank Dell is a real disappointment. He doesn't know how to catch the football anymore. He had -3 yards last week, and just a horrible drop. I think benched him. I put Khalil Shakir in my lineup instead. But my team is 2-0, sitting in second place. I am 24 points behind the first place team. My team is still really strong. Alvin Kamara went crazy last week. Did you see he had 4 touchdowns against the Cowboys?
Yeah, he's on my fantasy team too.
We both got him? Heck yeah. How's your fantasy team doing?
I don't know. I don't look at him.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Travis Kelce and Jared Goff have both yet to figure it out, and I'm still 2-0, absolutely just destroying teams. So I still really like my squad, and just got to remain healthy. Don't want to hit the injury bug. I picked up Kareem Hunt. You heard the Chiefs picked him up.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Carson Steele should have probably been the pickup because they actually like him a lot, but I don't know. I thought maybe Kareem Hunt can bring some magic back over there with Andy Reid, and I picked him up just in case. All right, that was that, and then let's bring the immaculate grid, and we'll get out of here. All right.
All right, I already got some for you already.
Oh snap! This is basically Corey's game here. All right, so we have the Bears, Chargers, and Super Bowl champ across the top. Does it have to be with the team? Yes, win paired with the team. So it can't be just any Super Bowl champ. And then you have the Ravens, Packers, and Seahawks down the left side. What do you got, Corey?
Let's start with the Super Bowl, guys. Going down to the top to bottom, I've got Matt Stover.
Okay.
Kicker.
Yep, I like it. 0.8%. Beautiful.
Gonna go with a man I know personally, Carroll Dale.
I literally don't know anything about him.
He won the first 2 Super Bowls. He had a catch in the Ice Bowl.
Carroll Dale. 0.07.
He's a wide receiver. And then
the Seahawks.
John Ryan.
Jon. Oh, just Jon. Okay.
Yeah.
0.8%. That's filthy.
Yeah.
Well done. All right.
Now we're gonna get a little
Roquan Smith is the obvious one here.
Yeah. Lorenzo Neal for the Ravens and the Chargers.
You think that's too high?
Lorenzo Neal, he hasn't played in the league in years.
I don't hate that. Let's keep that in our back pocket. I don't hate that. Let's see. We have 2%. It's 2%. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know what? You said it. I'll Lorenzo Neal. All right, 2%. We'll take that for sure. Packers and Chargers.
I said Casey Hayward, but that's 12%. So there's probably some other guys there. I'm trying to think.
Chargers and Seahawks.
I feel like there's probably like a kicker or something that played for the Chargers.
Seahawks and Bears.
Jimmy
Graham, probably the most obvious.
That's a good one. Yeah. I mean, Bears and Packers. You would think Julius Peppers,
or
Jim McMahon played for both of them too.
Packers
and Bears. He played for both of them.
All right, let's do that. Why not? Get the old quarterback in here.
I bet you that's high.
7%, not bad.
Okay, good. Bears and the Ravens. There's like Did Saragusa play for the Bears? Saragusa didn't play for the Bears. I feel like there's somebody that played for the Bears that's like obvious.
Yeah, Roquan Smith.
Yeah. No. I knew Roquan.
Bears, Seahawks.
It's probably like a quarterback or something that played for him. Maybe it's a quarterback.
Seahawks and Chargers.
Devin Hester would be one.
For the Ravens?
Yeah. Jeff Blake was the quarterback I was thinking of for the Bears and the Ravens. That's what I was thinking about.
Is that it?
Jeff Blake. Yeah, go with Jeff Blake. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, 1% thick. Freaking ridiculous.
Let's see.
Packers, Chargers.
Seahawks.
Seahawks, Chargers.
Seahawks and Chargers. God, everybody's kind of quiet today. Usually we're.
Oh yeah, nobody in the chat. Nobody's got some ideas here.
I know Charlie Whitehurst, right? He would have been for Seattle and the Chargers, wouldn't he?
I don't know.
Yeah, Charlie Whitehurst, I think, would be one.
Charlie Whitehurst. 15%. Okay.
Well, since we ruined it, you could go Casey Hayward in the middle there.
All right. Good old corner back in the day. 12%. And then the last one, Bears and Seahawks.
I know Jim Zorn played for the Packers, but I don't think he played for the Bears, though.
I guess Jimmy Graham would be the one.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham's a good one.
I bet this is my guess is actually 42%.
Yeah.
39. Dang it. So
All right, close. You're good.
All right. Man, Jimmy Graham
Mm-hmm.
needs some hair or something. His head looks so small.
I've been in his hometown before.
John Ryan, doesn't he look like does he look like Jim Gaffigan a little bit? The comedian?
He looks like a funny guy.
Anyway, all right. Well, that's a show. Appreciate you, Corey. Appreciate
Yes,
everybody in the chat. Good old Comman-Dads. I probably will not be doing the game tomorrow night now. Job just came in, the same freaking night job that just won't end. If I can get home in time, I might even do a portion of the game, hang out with you guys. But for now, I'm planning on not doing that game at the moment. What do you got going on in your channel, Corey? Anything fun?
I'll be here Monday night. Maybe
Monday night?
maybe have something else out in the atmosphere as well. So stay tuned for that.
Perfect.
All right.
Have the Cowboys and Redskins ever played basketball? That's
Probably in some
one
high
way
school.
to end the show. All right. Hit the like button. Go over to On the Warpath and PSN Commanders Network in the description below. Top links in the description. Appreciate you guys as well. And hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time. And until next time, see ya!
Okay, see you. Bye.